The day of rest still remains. She went into a nearby town early in the morning, while the sun was still gentle and the streets were waking up. The market stalls were opening, children were laughing, and people hurried about their work. I stood in the open square with a worn Bible in my hand and a quiet prayer in my heart. I called out to the people not with loud words but with a message of hope. "Brothers and sisters," I said, "there is a rest that God promised long ago, and that rest still remains." Some stopped walking. Others drew closer. I told them the story found in Hebrews chapter 4, how God rested on the seventh day from all his works, and how that rest was not only for himself but for his people. I reminded them that even after Israel entered the land, God didn't spoke of another day, showing that his rest was not finished and not forgotten. "There remains," I read aloud, "a Sabbath rest for the people of God." The town grew quiet. I explained that this rest is not only sleep for the body, but peace for the soul, a rest from striving, from fear, from trying to earn salvation by our own strength. Just as God rested on the seventh day, he invites his people to enter that rest by faith, through repentance and by accepting the gospel of Jesus Christ, so that God may dwell in us, making us righteous in this present world and enabling us to reject transgression of the 10 Commandments, that we might be saved. An elderly man nodded slowly. A mother held her child closer. A young worker sat down on the edge of the fountain to listen. I spoke of the seventh-day Sabbath, a day blessed and sanctified by God, a sign that he is our Creator and our Redeemer. I told them the Sabbath is a weekly reminder that salvation is not by our labor, but by God's grace. On that day we cease from our works just as God did from his. "Today," I said, "if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts." Many listened. Some asked questions. Others simply sat in silence, feeling the weight and the beauty of the promise. I could see in their faces that something ancient and holy was being remembered. As the sun rose higher, I closed the book and prayed that the word would remain in their hearts. I left the town knowing that seeds had been planted, seeds of rest, faith, and obedience. For the promise still stands. There remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God.